My face is getting so fat on this bulk. I'm close to 218 pounds. It's a lot of pounds to be fasted in the morning. That means I'm walking around at like 220 pounds. I'm also a little bit antsy because I lost $400 playing poker yesterday, which is very embarrassing. And the only reason I'm saying that on camera is so that I get to embarrass myself further and punish myself, because what I did was very stupid. Poker is like chess with 25% luck. So I guess you could say I ran into that 25% yesterday. I was bored and I just went to the casino, which was like stupid. I don't do any sort of gambling besides playing poker here and there. And now that I've lost all that money, and to some that might be a lot, to some that might be not that much, to me, it's the most I've ever lost. So I'm not very happy with myself. Anyways, good afternoon. It's May 18th. Let's get after it. We're hitting back in biceps. We are going to destroy our body today, which I am super excited for. Let me get a little background music going, a little Alicia Keys, Empire State of Mind. I saw a middle-aged woman on TikTok the other day, or not the other day, I mean this morning. She was like ranting about how she couldn't lose weight, right? And this is where we start talking about fitness stuff, by the way. I saw that she was really upset, and she made this viral video, and it was like, oh, woe is me, I cut out the Starbucks, I put down the pint of ice cream at night, I hit my 10,000 steps every day, and I drink a gallon of water. I literally do everything, but I still don't get rewarded with weight loss. How could this be? How could this happen to me? What is wrong with me? What is my genetics? What is going on with my life that is, I'm just getting tortured? I do everything. Yeah, you do everything except the one thing that matters. Sorry if I come off a little bit blunt and if this targets you, but I needed to hear this like 1,000 times before it actually stuck with my brain. So like the more violent I feel like you hear it, the more likely it's going to stick with you. If I was able to talk to this woman, I would be very upfront and I would let her know, she's never gonna see this video, but I would let her know that you can do everything right, and doing all of those things, cutting out the Starbies, hitting the step goal, drinking just water, no more calorie drinks, all of that's great, and all of those are gonna give you a lot higher % chance of losing weight. But the fundamental thing is that if you don't eat less, it does not matter if you do all of those things. It is almost impossible to outwork a bad diet. And I feel like everybody's heard that, but some people don't fully understand that. So let me give you an example. There's this bodybuilder on my For You page. He's called Jacked Eats, and I watch all of his videos religiously because once a week he posts a cheat meal day where he eats like 17,000 calories, and the next morning he wakes up and he looks fucking diced. Like, he looks amazing. And the only reason that he is able to accomplish such a feat of eating like 17,000, 20,000 calories not every single day, but here and there, is because when he wakes up, he hits 30,000 steps before he eats breakfast, which is double what I do in a fucking day, and is probably quadruple what most people do in a day. It's like, yeah, he can do those challenges, and he is one of those like specific examples of where if you do the absolute most and you hit like 100,000 steps, then you could get close to working off a bad diet. But he's still like, he can only do that once a week, and he does it for entertainment purposes. All the other days of the week, he eats like a normal human being, and he still eats around like 4,000 calories. He's like 250 pounds, so he's obviously eating a lot of food. But he's able to do that because he outworks it, and that is literally the only instant. Even him, he has to hit 30,000 before breakfast, and then he finishes off the day with like 50, 60, 70, 80,000 steps. And on top of that, he works out for 2 hours, and he's also on steroids. But it's like, to everybody else out there, the 99 percentile, it's going to be impossible for you to do the exact same thing. So if you want to lose weight, you have to start putting less food into your mouth. You can't outwork this bad diet. And so, you know, you could do all of the fundamental things that are going to help you be successful, but if you're missing the key thing, then you are never going to get there. It's like, if you really wanted to be rich, you could do all of the perfect morning routine stuff, right? You know, I follow Elon Musk's $1 billion morning routine where, you know, I eat the certain foods that activate my brain more, and, you know, I take the caffeine and I drink the water, and then I do the 15 pages of my book, and I journal, and I meditate for 15 minutes, and, you know, the morning walks. You can do all of the BS, right? I'm really ranting. You could do all of it. But if you don't do the things that are important to actually making money, like, I don't know, going to fucking work, then you're not going to be making more money. You know, you could set yourself up for success, but when it comes time to do the most important thing to get you there, if you're lacking that step, you're not going to get there. So, because I know a good amount of people that are just like, oh, like, I read these books like about how to, you know, get rich, or I watch all of the educational videos on what to do right or wrong. And all of that's great, but if you don't apply it, it doesn't mean shit. And then eventually you're just going to lose that information anyways. So yeah, calories in versus calories out. If you want to lose weight, the most important thing is to track how much you're eating and make sure you're eating in a calorie deficit. You don't need to do the steps. You don't need to only drink water. You don't need to work your ass off in the gym. You could be a completely sedentary human and eat fucking Twinkies every single day. And if you did that, but you still ate less than but if you still expended more energy in the day and ate less, you would lose weight. So all I'm saying is, and they actually did a report on this. I think I actually talked about this once before, but there was a dude that did a Twinkie diet, like as a joke, for I think 3 months, and he ate under 500 calories, whatever his caloric maintenance was, just in Twinkies. So I think he had like 30 Twinkies every day or something like that. I don't know. And anyways, after 3 months, he lost like 25 pounds. Anyways, I'm coming off hot because I lost $400, which was stupid. I mean, I would only ever play with disposable income, but why am I losing $400? I'm a grown man. You know, grown men don't lose $400. You do something like that, you should be forever ashamed of yourself. I'm also very harsh on myself. Anyways, we're almost here. I love that my gym is like 6 minutes away. Nice little quick drive to Lifetime La Jolla. The only problem with Lifetime La Jolla is it is fucking La Jolla, so it's super expensive. You know, now that I think about it, if I just canceled my gym membership, I could go play poker more often. Yeah, I'm sure that would go great. Anyways, that was one hell of a rant. Jeez, I really worked myself up. Let's see. I was probably loud as shit, too. What do we want to do? Okay, today is going to be a back thickness day with a more of a biceps emphasis. We're only going to do about 3 back exercises, and then we're going to switch over to biceps because I like biceps. There you go. That's about all the explanation you need. Yeah, so I will see y'all inside the gym. All right, so back thickness day. I'm fucking fired up for this. In my opinion, back thickness is probably a little bit harder to have a mind-muscle connection with, but it's really the thing that separates a lot of lifters. So a lot of people like to focus on lats because it helps you get that really wide, accentuated V-taper look, but if you don't have a thick back, you're just not gonna be fucking jacked. So that's the real big difference here. We're gonna be doing pretty much all upper back movements. So we're gonna start off with the T-bar row, absolute staple. Don't put your feet back here like a dumbass. Put your feet in here. It's gonna help you get better leverage and sink really down deep into the stretch. The more you sink, the more of a stretch you get on your upper backs. Just make sure you're fully sinking all the way down before pulling. And then big pull. All right, at least the bulk is working because I just got 8 reps there. Super slow and controlled with a big pause at the bottom. So getting a little bit stronger. That's exactly what you want to see. I'm gonna keep it here just because I kind of like that 6 to 8 rep range that I'm rocking with right now. And if I go to failure every set, this next set, I'm either gonna get 6 or 7 reps. If you're able to get the same amount of reps you did on the first set, most of the time that either means you don't have high enough intensity or you're not waiting long enough, or you're going way too fast on your rest time. Shit, what am I trying to say here? Whatever. I don't know, the bulk's fucking working. That's awesome. I'm just starting to film here since this isn't like my gym in Tucson. I got a couple people that aren't too happy about me filming. I always know the rules that you're not allowed to like film anybody else and put them on camera, and if they tell you to stop filming when you're around them, then you just stop filming, and I always do. But it is kind of annoying whenever I'm like super overly nice to people, and I always ask people whenever I'm filming around them if it's okay for me to film, and then they're like, yeah, it's totally fine, but then they go tell the manager that there's some kid filming in here. Anyways, I'm complaining about stupid shit. 3 sets here. Here's something random that I was thinking about that entire set. I went on a morning walk with my mom, and she told me that I was born almost 10 pounds as a baby. It was like 9 pounds for 13 ounces, something like that. That is a big ass baby. Now I understand. I was already, it was almost like a prophecy. If I didn't get this big, I would just be completely wasting time. Here, let me get this out of the way. You want to use this? Yeah, sorry about that. All right, we're gonna do another really good machine rowing movement for our upper back. So you're just gonna be coming just right here. It's pretty much the same angle as the T-bar row with your arms. So you wanna slightly tuck them so it's like a 45-degree angle, like that, almost. And then we're gonna do 2 sets like that, and then we're gonna do 2 sets while we're flaring our elbows so that it's gonna hit more of our rear delts. So 2 sets of the first variation, 2 sets of the second variation, and then we'll switch exercises to finish off back. The best time to go to the gym is such a debated thing because I feel like there's pros and cons for every single time you go. Like I usually go between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. That's usually when I start, somewhere in that window. But the problem is with that is I miss the UVs, so I'm gonna be pale as shit. Super annoying. And then if I go too early, then I'm not gonna be as strong if I go really like first thing in the morning. And then if I go at night, I'm not gonna get any sleep because I take pre-workout. So it's like, there's really no optimal time to go. Unless you're like a recluse and you don't want to get any sun, then just go right in the afternoon. That's also assuming that you don't have a 9 to 5. Decisions. Something that people would think that's not true about me is that I really like talking about the gym. I like helping people, so if you have like a question about the gym, I love helping people out because I'm a certified personal trainer. I've been doing this shit for years, and it gives me joy to help people because I got a lot of help in my journey when I was first starting out. Problem is that talking about the gym 24/7 is actually really annoying. There's only so much you could talk about. There's a lot that you could talk about, but it's just like I film, edit, post myself working out every day. I have clients that I talk to every day about the gym. I, work out 2.5 hours every single day. It's like I do the gym a lot.
So when I'm outside of the gym, I actually prefer not to talk about the gym that much, unless somebody has a question. But then it comes to the age-old question of like, oh, isn't that your whole personality? The answer is yes, but I like talking about other things, like Tate McRae. Tate, if you're watching this, hit me up. These are very difficult. You should be feeling it in your rear delt, so if you're not, close your eyes and imagine you can only pull using your rear delts. You're probably gonna have to drop the weight significantly, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. All right, last exercise before we move on to biceps. So with this one, I'm gonna go for a little bit of a higher rep range. No particular reason. I've just been training, I think, at the lower rep ranges for a little while, so it's good to mix it up. Rep range is gonna look like 8 to 12. I'm still gonna do these controlled. I'm just not gonna go super slow and pause at the bottom like I did with the T-bars. And then you're gonna see I go strict to failure. And once I get to that last strict failure rep, I'm gonna use a little bit of momentum to get another 1 or 2 momentum reps. And then, yeah, show you what that looks like. I got 1.5 years left of college. I'm a nutrition major with an emphasis on human performance. I just switched my major over from physiology this year, so I have to unfortunately graduate a little bit late. But when you think about how I'm balancing social media and coaching full time on top of it, it's a lot. But who cares? I love it. Appreciate what you have. Always appreciate what you have. Could be so much worse. It's a spectrum. I hate when people complain about how much better people have it, because there's always people who have it way worse. Like, you're never at the bottom and you're never at the top. And I think I've said this before, but life is like a spectrum of difficulty. So appreciate it, especially when you don't, because remember that it could be so much worse out there. And if you think you couldn't, you're wrong. And I hope you never have to realize that you're wrong. All right, was that wisdom? Was that good? Next exercise. I'm usually a huge fan of doing preacher curls on a machine, but recently, maybe because I'm bulking, but throwing around heavier weight is fucking awesome. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna throw around some fucking heavy weight. Relatively heavy from what I usually do. I got white girl music in my ear. It's loud as hell. I'm about to hit some curls. What's better than this? So, only problem about free weight is you can't really go past failure, so you're gonna have to use a little bit of momentum. God, I always struggle saying that. If you wanna go past failure, you're gonna have to use a little bit of momentum to help yourself get partial reps. I'm gonna just do this for 3 sets. My next 2 sets, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jerk the weight up and then go slow on the way down for past failure and try not to tear a bicep. Probably shouldn't have said that. $1 million or dinner with Jay-Z. What am I talking about? I have to use the bathroom. What's up? How you doing, bro? Good, want to say something to camera, bro? Oh! Yeah. What's up, bro? How you doing? Good to see you, dog. All right, we're gonna switch it up just a smidge. So 2 sets here. This has been like my favorite right now to build up my arms, is you do the exact same exercise, but just with the overhand grip now. So it's really just gonna crush your brachialis, make it really hard in your forearms, and yeah, just super solid overall. Completely to failure. Go relatively heavy, but you're gonna have to drop the weight slightly because it's gonna be a harder movement. And one of the things that usually happens with this is your wrist might give out because it's kind of a hard grip. So if that happens, just reset the weight, adjust the grip, pick the way back up. Let's get into it. Absolutely brutal. Maybe I should start live streaming. I was thinking, because sometimes when I'm hitting like a really hard set and I'll realize I have to talk to the camera after. I don't have to, but I try to make it entertaining. It's hard for me to think of questions or random shit to think about, because usually I'm just either thinking about Tate McRae or like how much my biceps hurt. So imagine if I was live streaming. Then I could just be like, chat, what do we think about that set? I'm talking way too loudly to myself in this gym. And there's a good amount of people here. Next exercise. Not the most optimal, but it is fun. You're really just doing one arm at a time, squeezing at the top, trying to lead upwards with your pinky. And then once you get to failure and you can no longer get at least 50% of the range of motion on one arm, that's when you just switch it over into doing neutral grip. So turn your hand over from a supinated position into a neutral grip. Stay very uptight with your form, and then just squeeze your arms manually as you're bringing them up and curling the dumbbell upwards. It's a little bit of like a bro split exercise, but if it worked for Arnold, it's gonna work for me. So 2 sets of this to finish off biceps, and then we'll be out of here. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed that workout. Still not that fluent with outros yet. I got a really good pump. Hopefully it looks like that. I'm gonna try to make these videos a lot more constant now. So I have only a couple other responsibilities. I have to film client programs, I have to film, or I have to do some training with other people. And then other than that, every single workout that I do, that's just gonna be like all me. I'm gonna be filming for YouTube, so hopefully I'll put these out a lot more often. If you have any questions, just put them down in the comment section below so I can help you all out, give you answers to that and whatnot. And then my dad, he leaves town, I think, in like a couple days, and once he's gone, I'll really just be hopefully pumping these videos out. So yeah. All right, well, I really hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you all in the next one, so peace.